All right, so clone number 14 is still doing pretty good. Unfortunately, we last left off with him having some trouble with some drones. All right, so let's take a look at clone 14's continued progress. Oop. Why am I getting shot at? Solar defenders. More. Why so many after me? No. Ooh. I hate you. Okay. Oof. You peppered my power cell down. Great. And you destroyed my solar panel again. You took out both of them too. I need to take out the antenna. That's what's causing it to spawn, I believe. I feel like the longer I stay here, the more we're gonna get ourselves damaged and wasting more parts. Okay, I don't have any more solar or power cells to fix up that battery, but we can still attach the battery to it. But I really need to put a survival kit in here. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna get toasted. And then I'm gonna have to fly all the way back to get everything. Because I'm pretty far away from home. 18 away. Jeez. Wasn't expecting to be that far away, but we are. I'm gonna put one pad here, one pad here. So this one is gonna be on this side. So that means this one's gonna be on this side. It's just easier that way to do it, I guess. Now, are they stationary or not? Is the question. They're not. All right, they are now. We're gonna convert that station. Okay. We're gonna get in here. Oh, what am I doing? I had it all set up the right way around, and of course I go ahead and do it the wrong way. All right, this goes in here. And this one's gonna go here. So now, should I really go after that twin sail merchant? Okay, that's all set. I feel like we should, but the only thing I don't want to do, reason why I don't want to do is because again we're a little too far away from home, and I don't have a survival kit in this current ship. All right, we might have to forgo the twin sail merchant for now. We're gonna hop home first. We need to upgrade ourselves a little bit better before we do some really crazy fighting. Definitely need more weapons, it looks like. I mean, we could load up some more interior turrets just in case. That might be a good idea too. All right, guess we're just gonna head home first, and then we'll update the ship just so slightly. Probably get some repairs going. We gotta fix the assault cannon. I think the assault cannon, if we put it in a different orientation, might shoot a little bit better. I'm not sure why having it like that's not shooting, but it's become a bit of a pain because it has the longest range on the current ship. So obviously we want that to be working. Alright, so I may need to find a way to dock this thing eventually. It would be very helpful to reload on ammo and everything like that to recharge a little bit. And also to offload, because we're going to have to do some manually offloading this way, which is a bit annoying, but gonna have to do it. All right, so we got to think about putting a connector onto the base, connecting to everything within the cargo inside. Would love to do it from here, but there is a decent spot up here though. So there's a collector here, which I can use it to pipe up if anything. So that kind of works out. We don't need a collector here. We'll put a conveyor junction here. And if we wanted to, we could snake in different ways, either straight this way or that way. I'm thinking more that way for now, or it could be both ways eventually. And that should be it. But do I want to put it out this way, or do I want to put it on the upwards in terms of bottom of the ship? So like the bottom of the drones could probably fit on there better. Have it towards the bottom. Or do I extend it out here to do that? Really depends on how I'm going to do this. But we have this out here for now so I can grab stuff from it. We'll decide to do it later, if anything. But yeah, we moved the artillery. No, we moved the assault cannon over here because it wasn't shooting when it was here. Don't know if that was a issue or not, but probably for the best. But that means we need to put some Gatlins somewhere, so we'll figure that out in a second. But I did want to make a little bit slight change on here. That's gonna be right here, the air vent here. So we could do connectors or conveyor junctions here. And I guess we're gonna have to remove this thing now, as much as they didn't want to. And we're gonna cut this down here so we can add the connector towards the bottom, if we want to put it towards the bottom. I think either connect it here or some kind of weaponry we'll do down here. I'm not sure what's the best way to go about it right now, but what I really want to do here is put some kind of cargo container right over here. So of course we're going to do a conveyor junction here first. And then we'll put in a cargo container here. Or a terminal, either one. I'm thinking a small cargo container will be fine. Okay, so that means I kind of need to get rid of the bed and the shower. Don't know if that was a good move or not, because I don't know if that becomes disconnected. I hope not, but we're going to do a air vent over there. Okay, so we're airtight as long as we have a big old pan over there. This O2, the O2 tank probably is empty. That's probably why. We'll get rid of the bed. Inventory. And we'll get rid of this bathroom. But I guess we're going to put in a conveyor junction if possible. Okay, I hope none of it is going to fall out from the rear if I fly this thing. Alright, good. Everything was still attached, luckily. Okay, so that means now we could add like a survival kit. We could add a connector and everything like that. So there's several places where we could pick a connector. One would be here, of course, which wouldn't be terrible, but a Gatlin over here would be nice too. And I realized these conveyors are now kind of like out there, which is not the best in terms of like getting hit by something. So we may have to do a bit of a different coverage here. And a Gatlin towards the bottom wouldn't be terrible either. Would probably love to have it on the sides more than anything else, but we have batteries here. We have thrusters on there as well, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to add anything towards the side, or well, at least piped at least. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to add a turret right over here. So a good spot for a connector, probably right here, because inside, well, actually no, it's gonna be one right here on this angle blocking up, which has the defense block here, which we can move that shouldn't be a problem. Here's where we want to put a connector towards the back. Yeah, it'll probably be like this. So we need a connector that's going upwards in this case. Okay, so we have a connector, so we need to put something here. All right, so this all might change in terms of shaping, as much as I don't want to change it in shape. We're gonna put like a reinforced tubing here, and then a Gatlin, so everything else is gonna change to protect this as much as possible. So this will now be a full block, and we could kind of keep it that way, because we could turn this into a little bit of a shape here, and we throw in the lovely old Gatlin right there. Limited in spacing for now, but should be okay. Okay, so now we got a Gatlin assault turret up there. We still could put something right over here, right? or not. So that could be something eventually, but we also need to grab like a survival kit and everything like that too. So let's see. All right, we got ample space in here to do all this. Survival kit could be going this way, if anything, because it's gonna go this way in terms of the tubing. So put a survival kit here. And we may or may not have to put that stairs or ladder system back over here. Actually, we can, because we put the door here. Well, nice little panel slant should do it, actually. Something like that. Perfect. We have a survival kit. This should be airtight. Yep. And over here is all still emptied, but we could add more if we need to. I mean, we could add the beds and everything like that down here if we want to. I'll keep it empty for now until I can think of what I want to put here. But for now, we got air vent, cargo container, survival kit, connectors and everything outside. We have a bit of a ramp system here to go up to the helm, so that kind of works out. And we should be able to park this thing, but I may need to put the dock a little bit further out so we don't crash into it, anything like the solar panels over there. Yeah, we'll stick it out just a tiny bit more. I think that should be decent enough. We'll put a connector going upwards. This way, not the small one, the large one. And if we want to design it with scaffolding and such, we could do that too. So let's just do this really quick to connect into the asteroid. We lined it right onto the antenna, so that's not going to work out. We do that. Yeah, we don't need to weld it. Finally, we can put our ship on a dock and get some oxygen on this thing and everything like that, which should be helpful. Oh, we also did say we want to put like an O2H2 on here in case our bottle runs out, which might be a fairly good idea at this point. SPRD scout drone. Should I be worried? Okay, it looks like it's searching for something, so that's not great, but should be all right. So I'm gonna put an O2H2 inside, right next to the survival kit, because that seems to be the only good spot for it currently. Yeah, technically we put the air vent over here, but that should be all right. Is there ice in the system anywhere? There's probably ice in my reserves, but that's fine. We can get ice any other time, I believe. Since I think, actually, not even sure. Did we store oxygen in the oxygen tank? So we can stockpile this one, get oxygen in case we ever need to fill our bottles. I think that should be enough. That is the small oxygen tank right here. The auto refill. So it's the oxygen tank. We are good. All right, perfect. Hydrogen is more or less an issue if we don't get ice, but we could find ice eventually, so I wouldn't be worried too much about that. Are these turrets gonna aim at anything? Yeah, default. I'm gonna say weapons instead. I think we're okay. I mean, we could add a little bit more weaponry in terms of interior turrets. We can even add some by the wings here, I think, right? Would love to add some on the solar panel if I can. Probably towards the side where the panels are, it looks like. Too bad I can't just add it right on top of it. That would have been perfect, but that's an interesting spot to add some. It's not going to target much unless we fly too far away from something. I add one here. Where can we put a camera? We would love to put one here. But if not, if we could put somewhere elsewhere, put a regular block here. Why not? And then just throw in a regular old camera. Just makes it easy to see. Alright, so we could go ahead and attack an unidentified signal. If we get lucky enough that it's the simple one to get. but it's way too far. So flying there is probably not the greatest idea. We do have a survival kit. We do have some power. Should we try and make it over and find an economy base? Which is a bit of a travel on its own, but it's not like we get a jump drive anytime soon. So we gotta go that way. In this direction towards the moon and hope we find something. I mean, that could be our best bet in terms of getting a little bit more resources too. I think we'll do that. We should just go on a go because we have decent amount of power, a decent ship, so why not? So yeah, something interesting. We're airtight here, helmet off, I'm good. But once I step up here, not so much. It's basically a separate system. That's really weird, but okay. Okay, no maydays or anything spawned, but an unknown signal did. So we're gonna stop by for this one really quick. I don't even feel like we're getting any closer, to be honest. It's still a bit of a speck when it comes to the moon. We are very, very far from it. That's probably why. We're 37 away from home 13. That gets a little bit worrying, but we'll just grab the unknown signal really quick. Something should spawn, hopefully. Alright, we traveled far and wide, and finally, we found something. A RVRC beacon. Luckily, it's not one of those not so neutral ones that we've encountered, which I think was the IMNM ones, I believe it was. Nope, it was the IMSH ones. As you see here, we're 254 kilometers away. Definitely a jump drive would have been the better idea before pursuing this economy base, but we have most of the components on us anyway, so we should be okay. We should have packed up everything in terms of the cargo that was in the asteroid base and throw it in the large cargo container. That way we could have technically have a mobile home in this case. So if we needed to, we could have utilized all those components and build our assemblers, refineries, whatever we needed, but should be okay. But I highly doubt we're going to be heading home anytime soon. I'm so tempted to go down there and get some ice, but maybe we'll find some in here anyways. Well, we'll probably find some asteroid somewhere, and it's mostly for our hydrogen tanks anyways. So yeah, we should definitely packed up, so if it was any acquisition contracts, we can make a good load of SC space credits, so we could purchase new things if anything. But I don't, yeah, again, I don't think I'm heading home anytime soon. But yeah, all this travel, minimal things spawn, but nothing of interest, so that really stinks. So hopefully something good will come out of it soon enough. It looks like we got downport over there. Don't know if we can fit that. I'm gonna try. A connector might be too far. Nope. Yeah, antenna is a problem back there. So that's a no-go, but yeah, it's fine. We can connect vertically on this one, so that should work out all right. There. As ridiculous as that looks, that's our best bet. All right, time to investigate what is in this station. Should just looked it up by name, but it's fine. Cool looking base. Yeah, it's not too bad. All right, let's get inside here. Let's of course look through everything that we can find. Contracts and store. Let's see what's in the store. Nice. Mostly ammo. Interesting. Alright, let's look at this acquisition. Oh wow, no acquisitions? That's crazy. Guess if we needed money, we'd do some search contracts, but the store doesn't really have much for us going, to be honest. I mean, you could purchase probably some oxygen, that's about it. Could do a rocket launcher for sure. And no data pads to buy either, huh? To find new stations nearby. That's great. So we travel all the way here for nothing, basically. That's definitely not a good sign. All right, we spotted a Mayday actually, not too far, 15 away in this direction. So finally, some action. A mobile shipyard. Ooh. That might be more worth it to get than this Mayday at this point. Alright, we're going to change courses here. We're going to go for the mobile shipyard. Something we could put together and attach to our ship. We're so close to the Mayday anyways, but I guess Maydays we could scrap. I feel like we need another ship. Fun little ship to merge with, if anything. And this is going to be it. A mobile shipyard. I think I had it before. It's a pretty big ship, from what I can recall. Yeah, pretty large ship. And it's got like the shipyard thing on the right-hand side or left-hand side of it. But is there a ship currently on there? There might be. There's some turrets on there too, I believe. I got to investigate to see where they are. I hope it doesn't shoot us. Is the biggest point. Okay, here we go. We're closing in on it to get where the turrets were. Are we flying against it or with it? Oh, they got a big old assault cannon right on the bottom. Looks like type B or number 2. Gatling turret over there too. Oh. Oh, why are we firing? Why are we firing? That's not good. Ooh, we got turrets on shooting neutral. Ooh, I guess now we got a bit of a fight going. Oof. We could have probably got this done without shooting anything. Ow. That was a big hit. Oof. Oof. Another big hit. Did we lose our assault cannon? What's going on? There we go. Just need to disable it. All we care about. And I believe we disabled it. Just now it's about kind of getting it to slow down and stop for us. Okay, I think it's kind of slowing down. So we can attach some hacking on this. Ooh, did some significant damage on it. All right, that's not too crazy. Yeah, not too crazy. All right, cool. Let's go. Ow. Ow. Let's get a hacking thing on here. Let's put it somewhere that it's not going to fly off like we did last time. Right up there. Where's my hacking chip? Oh, come on. I had it. Oh, come on. Where did it go? Did I put it back in the base by mistake? Yeah, probably. Great. Why am I always like this when it comes to being prepared and unprepared? I probably have dumped it by mistake. Shoot. Not good. I don't recall exactly where they were. But I'm thinking it was somewhere around here. Yeah, right here. Here's one of them. We could just remove it entirely if we wanted to. I don't recall where they all are, but... Oh, okay. I guess they're all within this area here. Can't believe I left those out. How did I did that? The hacking... I was missing superconductor in the hacking chip. And there's some things nearby. SPRT beacon. Okay. I think we're slowing down, which is good. Okay, what do you have for us? If you have... Okay, we could probably make some of that stuff. Given we have an assembler here. So if we can make a hacking chip and 10 superconductors, then we should be good. The only problem is that this thing is not connected in any way, shape, or form. That's not good because it's on a reactor. And actually, no, it's connected to the reactor. To this. Oh, 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 oh. What is happening? What is happening? We got some drones. We're too close to the SBRT beacon. Yeah. Too close to SBRT beacon, so it's gonna have a bit of a issue with that. Not great. Alright, so we should quickly find a way to merge this thing first. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just quickly find a way to merge our ship. Ooh, it's pretty battered up. Not looking great. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we lost a good chunk of our ship here, huh? Not looking good whatsoever. That's fine. We could now do this then in terms of a merge. Right in this direction. Although I think the front side is the opposite direction, right? Or this is the front side. If this is the front side, then that works out, I guess. Losing half the side here. But we're looking here. Yeah, helm is this way, so it is this way. So we could do this. Well, yeah, we lost a lot. We can merge it in here. We'll do a weld pad here. Jeez. We lost a battery. It looks like 2, I believe. Nope. Battery's fine. Put a recharge in this. Okay, so that's welding. I want to connect it kind of where the battery is, but I don't know if that's going to be a good spot per se, or I need to add a block here. I should probably add a block or two first. And put a welding pad here. Don't know if that's going to work because of that. But we kind of have to get out of here because of the beacons. Okay, if we move forward, yeah, it might not work, but let's see. Our ship is pretty damaged from grabbing this thing or attempting to grab this thing. It's funny how all the ships I find are in the red-gray color scheme. Yeah, okay, so that might not work because right over here, the wing system here. If that's the case, then we could move the block out a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, 2 blocks forward should be fine. Or 2 blocks out. And we want to get in right over there. We're in. All right, cool. So now we have evolved ever so slightly, but we do need to get away from this beacon at least 10 to 12 kilometers away, I think. Where we'll just settle in a little bit, and then we're gonna attack it if anything, because we should attack that. But we need to fix our ship a little bit. And we're running right into that mayday too, which isn't a terrible thing. Okay, beacons are gone, so this should still exist, but it's gone temporarily. Oh, we are so battered. All right, so not looking too crazy. Most of the important stuff actually still survived, like the assault cannon, the Gatling cannons. All that worked out pretty decently. This large car container stood still. That's good. All right, we got to get this building our stuff. I thought we saw some gold in here. Yeah. Might not be enough, though. Platinum and silver is also needed, which we could probably grab out of here. Yes, gravity components. That's good that it has that. So we can dismantle gravity components. Oh, this thing is off, I would assume. Yes, it's off. That's probably why I didn't do anything. Ooh, it's got a lot. Gravity components in here. Wait, how many gravity components are in this thing? Pretty decent chunk. I don't think we need to dismantle all of them. We need 10 of these, and then we need platinum. Do we have any thruster components that we can dismantle for? Do we have them on this ship here? We do not. Ouch. Okay, so we could sacrifice a thruster or two, which is fine. Which actually might have to anyways on here. Have to take that one out because that's going to toast this thing a little bit. So that should and may give us the platinum that we need. All right, cool. Got our hacking chip. All right, we got this. So now we can plop this hacking 2 on here. And we'll gather... Oop, nope. Still missing computers. There you go. So that should get hacking. And take over everything that we need to. So AI, there were a lot of AI blocks here that we removed. But let's just replace this with some blocks for now so they don't fall apart on us too quickly. And of course we can go in and take care of some minor hacking if necessary. Doorways in here looks like, so we'll just crack this thing open. Do we have components to fix this? Not necessarily. Some weapons. What's in here? Batteries, air vents. That's not complete. Ooh, we made a big old mess back here. Which I believe were these corridors to these turrets, yeah. That's fine. What's in these barrels, though? Battery components and extra stuff. All right, that's not too bad. Up here should be the bridge, from what I can recall. Yeah, and there's a helm here that's not done. All right, cool. So we gotta find a way to attach this cargo into that cargo eventually. Doesn't have to be now, but eventually. But this does definitely make for a good find. This kind of works out. All right, that got hacked. Our ship is completely mangled. Oh, this one got destroyed. All right, got the helm all done. I think we got everything. Only thing is speed modules access denied for now. That's fine. So perfect. Good takeover. A little bit of repairing needs to be done here and there. The rear looks terrible and mangled. I don't know how this looked like before, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. It would probably have looked the same way where that turret is. So I'll probably put in like this corridor. Looks like 1, 2 from here, I guess. I don't know. Bit of a mess back here. Looks like there was some iron thrusters that's just never done either, which is okay. Got lots of thrusters going forward, so that's good. Actually, this side might look a little different. This side's more slanted on one side, that's why. But it's a definitely good addition to what we got going on here, too. Alright, hacks all done. Oh. Yeah, we definitely need to find a way to get all the inventory and car containers all together. Now, right now we got things split into here and the other side, where we have a assembler here that has a good chunk of stuff and a large car container with a, again, decent amount of stuff. We can find a spot through this car container, probably right in here, since we kind of took out some stuff anyways, and fall it down there. Or do we want to get the ship back one more over here? But then it's gonna make this redundant or useless. Now, kind of like the way it is. It is a little bit further than what I would prefer in terms of these blocks here, but yeah, that's a bit of a weak point right now. They kind of have to add that for the time being. Definitely a bit of fixing upping in this case to make this look a little bit better, but that could be for another day. Once this gets fixed up, we would have a nice successful merge part 2.